Hi everyone, it's Beth. Welcome back to the channel. So happy you're here. Thank you for over 125 subscribers. That is so exciting. Thank you to everybody who does subscribe to this channel, who is here to engage and support this community. So thank you so much. It means a lot to me. I shared a little bit last night about kind of what's been on my mind and just kind of a realization that I had yesterday of what's keeping me from probably posting more frequently as opposed to even just time, which again, it is work to make and maintain a channel when you're working a full-time job, and I want this to become more and more of what I'm able to do and produce and create for this community. But I realized that on top of just the time, really one thing that stands above it all is me thinking that things need to be absolutely perfect and 100% ideal, tip-top shape conditions before I can produce something to put out. And I know that a lot of us deal with those thoughts when we're really doing much of anything when it comes to, the perfectionism mindset. But consistency is what I'm going to focus on more rather than that perfection. And I would much rather just be engaging more frequently, even if that is with a lived-in background or lighting conditions that are not, late afternoon, perfect golden hour sun lighting, and just to be able to show up more and to engage with you and create for this community more. That is what ultimately matters. And so I just wanted to give you a little bit of insight into kind of just what I've realized and what I'm going to try to get over and what I am going to focus on moving forward. I have really enjoyed this channel. It took me a little bit to find more of my footing with it, and I'm going on it's been over a year of my short Pixie haircut journey, and I am going to make a full specific video about that also, but I want to talk a little bit about it with you today. I'm a little bit more out of my comfort zone with the way that I'm filming this video, and this is me taking that first step, putting my thoughts and turning them into actions to reach out and connect with you guys, because I said that I was going to, and I want to, even though with the way that life events and obligations have fallen this evening, is that it is nighttime outside. It is completely dark. There is zero natural lighting, and I can't find my ring light for filming. So I have quite the setup. I can include a picture of that back in when I'm editing this, but right now my tripod and crazy lighting getup are sitting on my cat's cat tower in our bedroom in front of my closet door. So it's something, and I'm really happy to be here. So it's been over 1 year now of my short Pixie haircut journey, and it has taken me almost that entire year to truly find my sweet spot of the style. So when you have a pixie cut, of course, there are many different variations, and you have your more long, like bob looking pixie, or you have the shaggy pixie, or a more lived-in pixie, which was what my stylist had kind of called mine when I first got it cut last year. And then if you go shorter, you have your more clean and more tightly cropped pixie, or you have them, where they are shaved more in the back, longer on the top. So many variations. And it did take me a while to figure out what I liked best for me, and to figure out who in my area could really get it cut in the style that I felt comfortable in and that I felt comfortable with presenting. Sorry, my cat just walked by. Train of thought. So yeah, it took me a while to even find somebody who cut it in the way that I felt comfortable in, and that I felt confident wearing and was, happy with it all around. Not to say that I wasn't happy with it when I first got it cut. It was a huge change, and I really did love it. But as it grew out, that's the problem that I was having trouble solving, was after the haircut, when it started growing out, and how to maintain it in between the haircuts. And I also was trying to find a hair stylist that honestly I felt more comfortable affording. So that's something too that can be a barrier when you are trying to maintain a certain hairstyle, is that if you don't have the training and the skill set built up to do it yourself, it does cost money to keep that look that you like. And I just, you know, with our budget and our goals, I was not wanting to spend over $50 every 5 weeks to get my hair cut. So that was a big factor too. So, you know, almost a year later, I finally found my style, which is pretty much just this past summer. And now I feel like I really do have it at a point where I am comfortable physically and I'm confident internally about the way that it looks externally. And really, I just care about that for me, you know, finding that sweet spot of where I enjoy how it looks and how it complements me and, you know, my features. And this is just, I think, the right spot for me. So it takes some adjustment, it takes some time, but gosh, there are some really embarrassing points within the last year of having a pixie cut where I look back and I'm like, okay, I had no idea what I was doing, and that's okay because it's a learning process. And like I said, I was juggling all of these things of you know, cost and look and maintenance, and I was used to not having my hair cut except maybe once a year for a trim when I wore it very, very long. So it's something that takes some getting used to. If you haven't seen my hair journey video yet, where I go through the entire timeline and walk you through the process of me going from extremely long past my waist hair to the hair I have now, I definitely recommend giving that a look, and maybe you can relate to some of the pieces and the steps of the process in there. And it's interesting for me to reflect back on and just think about where I started to where I am now. And not only do I look different, like I get jokes all the time whenever I'm somewhere where I have to show my ID, voting and whatnot, where the line, I kid you not, is the same every time, because in that photo my hair is very long, past where you can even see in this video, and they look at the picture, they look at me, and then they say, wow, you've gotten a haircut since then. And I always say, yeah, pretty big one. And then that's the interaction. What was my point? So not only do I look different than I did at that point, but I truly am so much more of a different person. Sometimes if I think back on my past, or I'm reflecting, or something brings a memory up, I'm in the mindset to say that it feels like almost another lifetime. I've grown so much internally. Naomi is settling in. My biggest baby, who, by the way, her birthday is on Halloween, and she's turning 5. But I am so much different internally. It's just kind of wild to think about that. So this style represents a lot for me, whereas for some people this could just be a haircut, but it really does represent a lot to me. And I think that the way we choose to be comfortable in ourselves and the way that we present ourselves is important, and not because it matters what other people think or how they perceive us necessarily, but that it just can reflect your inner experience. So I do think that that is valuable. By the way, my hair is freshly washed. As you can probably tell, it is still kind of wet. This is about a week and a half post haircut, So you can see, especially with the way this lighting hits, that when it completely air dries with like no help from me at all, it does kind of look a little fuzzy in the back. I will be posting a video also this week that is just a shorter video that shows and talks about the details of my most recent cut, in case anybody is needing some inspiration or needing to think of something that you can tell your hairstylist when you want to go in and either shape up your current pixie cut or go to a fresh pixie cut. I think that it's a good place to start if you're wanting a shorter cut, and I'm very happy with it. But thanks for being here, guys. I just wanted to talk with you, get my thoughts kind of out in the open with my intentions going forward with the channel, to continue to engage with you on a more consistent basis and not let my own anxiety get in the way over perfectionism. And I do want to provide you, of course, with quality content though, and I really want to, and I've been wanting to for a while, to get into some more educational content on this topic also. So if you have suggestions or things that you are really wanting to know or would love to see me discuss or start a discussion about around the topic of short hair or self-discovery or confidence, beauty standards, natural beauty, those types of things, let me know in the comments below, and I would love to do that and engage with you guys and start up some discussions. And any questions too about my hair journey, I'm happy to answer, and I'm excited that we're all along for this ride together. So thank you for being here. Thank you to everyone who subscribes. I'm super excited about the growth that we're seeing here, and that's more people to add to the discussion and the support for each other, because we really need that in a world that doesn't always blatantly offer a lot of support. So again, thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting, engaging with me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys, have a good night. Naomi says bye too.